Mr. Ethane got married to Ciasio. They were deeply in love and gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. They were happy. 5 years later, Mr. Ethane's childhood sweetheart returned to the country. When she found out that her former love was married and had a child, she became jealous. Determined to get rid of Ciasio, she began framing her. A year later, Mr. Ethane's mother became seriously ill. At the hospital, it was discovered that she had kidney failure and needed a transplant. Emily conspired with the doctor and faked the medical report. The report claimed that Emily was the one who donated her kidney to save his mother, when in truth it was Ciasio who had made that sacrifice. From that point on, Mr. Ethane began treating Emily kindly and started abandoning his own wife. One day, Mr. Ethane, his wife, their child, and Emily attended a birthday banquet. At the event, Emily drugged Ciasio and dragged her to one of the rooms. She had hired a waiter to pretend he was sleeping with Ciasio, and the trap succeeded. While the waiter and the unconscious Ciasio were in the room, Emily went to Mr. Ethane and said that his wife was cheating on him. She led him to the room where they caught them together. Ciasio tried to explain that she had been framed, but Mr. Ethane refused to listen. Later, Emily told Subao, Mr. Ethane and Ciasio's child, that his mother didn't love him, that she was a devil, and that from then on, Emily would be taking care of him. Subao believed her. The next morning, Mr. Ethane and Subao took Ciasio to a mountain. They told her to stay there for 3 months, even though there was no food or shelter. Then they left her there. To survive, Ciasio ate grass and insects. Days later, Emily pretended to be ill again, claiming she had kidney failure and needed a transplant. At the hospital, the doctor said that Ciasio was the most compatible donor. After 3 months, Mr. Ethane returned to the mountain with a document that required Ciasio's signature to authorize the donation. Weak and in tears, Ciasio said, "So you want me dead? If I donate my kidney, I will die." Mr. Ethane coldly replied, "Stop your nonsense and sign it." With tears streaming down her face, she signed. He took her to the hospital. Just before the operation, Ciasio pleaded one last time. "Ethan, if I go through with this surgery, I will die. I only have one kidney left. I was the one who donated to your mother. Please don't do this to me." But Mr. Ethane still didn't believe her, and the operation proceeded. When the doctor came out of the operating room, the family rushed to him and asked, "Doctor, how is Emily?" The doctor replied, "The operation went well, but..." Before he could finish his sentence, they were already celebrating. They didn't care to hear the rest. They took Emily home, happy and relieved. A month later, Mr. Ethane was in his office. He sat down, thinking of Ciasio. "Why haven't I heard anything about her? Let me call and find out." He dialed her number. The phone was switched off. He called his assistant and asked him to look into Ciasio's whereabouts. 5 minutes later, the assistant returned. "Mr. Ethane, Mrs. Ethane died a month ago." Mr. Ethane was stunned. "What? That's not true. I don't believe it." The next day, Mr. Ethane went to Ciasio's best friend, Miamio. When she opened the door and saw who it was, her expression turned to anger. "Why are you here? Get out! Where is Ciasio?" "Please, tell her to come out," he replied nervously. Miamio slapped him hard. "Wake up! Ciasio is dead. You killed her with your own hands." Mr. Ethane broke down in tears, clutching his head and repeating, "No, I didn't. Miamio cried as she shouted, "Ciasio loved you so deeply. She gave her kidney to your mother, but what did you do? When she was framed, you didn't believe her. When she begged you not to take her last kidney, you ignored her. You gave her to Emily. You killed her." Mr. Ethane wept uncontrollably. "So it turns out I trusted the wrong person. No, Ciasio, you can't die without my permission. No." That night, Mr. Ethane went home and got himself drunk. He cried the entire night. The following day, he uncovered the evidence proving that Emily and the doctor had conspired against Ciasio. He reported them, and they were both sent to prison. But justice brought no peace. From that moment on, Mr. Ethane's life was filled with misery, regret, and sorrow. He had not trusted the woman who loved him the most, and now he had lost her forever. Moral lessons from the story of Mr. Ethane and Xiaxiao 1. Never let jealousy win your heart. Jealousy is a poisonous emotion. Emily's envy led to a chain of deceit, betrayal, and ultimately death. When we allow jealousy to consume us, we become capable of unimaginable cruelty. 2. Listen before you judge. Mr. Ethane failed to give Xiaxiao a chance to explain. In life, many relationships are destroyed simply because we don't stop to listen.
Communication is the foundation of trust.
3. Truth doesn't die, it waits. Xiaosu's truth came out, but too late. Let this story remind us that truth always finds a way to the surface. Don't ignore it when it's knocking on your door. 4. Cherish those who sacrifice for you. Xiaxiao gave everything, even her body, to save the life of someone she loved. And yet she was abandoned. Don't wait until someone is gone to recognize their value. 5. Be careful who you trust. Trust is powerful, but placing it in the wrong hands can destroy everything. Ethan chose to believe a lie simply because it was easier or more convenient. Don't sacrifice